Subscribe to the African Fighters.
And knockout,
And still, yeah.
knockouts, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the
Champion of the
world,
world, Kamaru,
Kamaru, the
the
Nigerian
Nigerian
nightmare,
nightmare,
Usman.
Usman.
Man.
Wow,
First of
epic.
all, Farouk, did you expect a knockout like that? I know you're going to tell me you predicted knockout, but
I said, you
did you actually expect it to be that brutal and that violent?
see, I spoke to somebody, a friend of mine, who studied together. So he was saying he has not seen that kind of knockout ever in his life. He said ever in his life. The guy just watched. He's not even a real MMA fan. He follows the game, but here and there, he's not like a really proper fan. So he saw the highlight and like, wow. Did I see Kamaru Usman fight? I said, why not? Me, Niger boy, don't see the fight. Why? So I didn't see it that way. Honestly speaking, I will not lie. I always wanted a knockout. Like sometimes I have that vision of what I want, and I just like say it into existence. Sometimes that's how I see things or something. But I just believe Usman power, his skill set. Like I said last time, he's going to TKO Masvidal. I didn't say knockout, honestly speaking. But
Man,
it is a one point knockouts. It's with me. He baptized the guy.
seriously, I slept smiling like this. I was
It's
smiling. I wake up, first thing I wake up and I'm checking the MMA tabloids, the media, everything, and they look to see reactions and stuff.
reactions and all
And
that.
wow, man, I never expected it. I never expected it.
I don't
Like,
want even Kamaru. I don't want even Kamaru himself expected that kind of flush, clean knockout. I don't want himself expected.
Well, for him to be planning his strategies and his different setups. He said he had two setups for that punch at the post show. So he pretty much knew that this is what was going to happen because you see that the first takedown in the first round had a very, very big impact in the way this KO came about. Because the first takedown, Masvidal used all his strength to get back up to his feet. You understand?
Sure.
And immediately he got back to his feet. He didn't want to go back down again. You understand? So now they started striking, but then on the back of his head, he's thinking the takedown is coming again. That's why his guard is not always high. You get me?
Yeah.
The guard was a bit.
And in a way, he also underrated Usman's striking. According to him, I've ate his shots before. So what is special about this? So
yeah.
Well, Usman seemed very confident taking second fight. When after the Gilbert Burns fight, he was confidently saying in the post-fight speech interview, I'm going to give that guy the second shot. I want to put the ice on the cake. So like he has that confidence. If I get this guy this time around, I'll take him down. So shout out to ONX sports team. Trevor Whitman. Those guys are badass.
Man, Trevor Whitman was getting a lot of love. You understand? Like people were like saying, you see, Thug Rose doing her thing with the beautiful head kick to my girl.
There's something I saw that was funny. I saw one tweet somewhere or on Instagram. I forgot why I saw it. Someone said, "I'm just imagining the thousands of calls coming into Trevor Whitman asking for a gym membership."
Nah. He's not about that life, man. He's not about that life.
The big man.
He's not about that life. He doesn't like multiple fighters because if before the fight, when the UFC promo, they did like a sit down where they were asking random questions to like Rose, Gaethje, and Whitman, and like they were talking about who comes early, who comes late, and apparently Usman is supposed to train first, then Rose, then Gaethje. So like that's the schedule they have. You understand? Yeah. Whitman shares his time according to his fighters. I'm pretty sure you would have a clearer picture of how coaches and fighters train when you watch. There's this TV show, Kingdom. I know you've not seen it. You're not too much of a movie guy. But yeah, Kingdom it's an MMA kind of show that has a beautiful MMA story of showing like upcoming fighters. You know, it has a few UFC legends in it, and Herb Dean the day inside. You understand? UFC referees. So it kind of shows like the training, the camps. You understand the struggle of fighters and all. It's really, if you watch it, it will open your eyes more to what the fighters go through. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that beautiful right straight punch.
I think even Joshua is going to be proud of that kill. Even Anthony Joshua will be proud of that kill. Wow.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a punch. Okay, I think I'm a victim of the moment, but I'm still going to say it. I've never seen a punch land so flush, if you get what I mean. Like, beautiful, man, beautiful.
But were those extra punch necessary? Were they necessary?
I have to say it.
Were they necessary?
Super necessary.
Super necessary. It was super necessary. You just need to add those.
Holy smokes, man. I think okay, so I have a question for you, because me and you, for the longest, we've been Kamaru's fans, right? Me and you were always like in comment sections, always like battling these trolls. Like right from time, me and you, I even share posts with you like, come and second me, come and back me up with this new troll I found. We've been Usman's warriors on social media, but today our job, I think we have to retire, because Usman has gotten more keyboard warriors for himself, because he has won a lot of fans. So my question to you is, do you think this performance is a star making performance? Do you think Kamaru Usman is going to be a star now?
He's a star already. He's a star.
Are you sure?
Somebody said to me that knockout was like a cinematic knockout, like something they script in a movie. Let me tell you, Masvidal also made it beautiful with the water on his face. Like you said, the water was from the first round break. So they pour water on their head to cool off their mind and all that. So coming into the second round, just 1 minute into that second round, and that punch land clean.
And
so
the water just
splashing.
It was a beauty. It was a beauty.
Yeah.
And like, it's also like theoretically speaking, when Masvidal always talk about baptizing people, like that's like
that's just like the exact way he pictured it.
Yeah.
And the reverse was the case. It happened the opposite way.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Usman is a mega star now. I'll put a point before I answer the question. Conor McGregor could not sleep because of Usman yesterday. That's why tell you Usman is a star. He could not sleep, like he was just seeing that knockout on replay. And he was like,
tweeting.
I have to tweet about Usman.
Tweeting.
Second point, he has made the haters believers. Usman went from 1.9 million followers on Instagram. Today is just 24 hours after the fight. He's 2.2 million. That's 300 or less than of 200,000 new subscribers in 24 hours.
Damn.
Usman is a star and a pay-per-view star now.
He's a pay-per-view draw. He's a pay-per-view draw.
Pay-per-view draw. After to it.
So you okay? So here's the thing. Usman always, when he fights, he's always like in the B side when it comes to like draw. You understand? Yeah. The only time he was the A side was when he fought Bonds since he became champion. You understand? You could argue that Covington was bringing the more eyes when he fought Covington, and obviously Masvidal had more eyes on him. So do you think that no matter who they put in front of him now going forward, he's going to be the A side?
Yeah, he's going to be the A side. You know why? I now understand the UFC casual. For long, I've been always wondering, what does the fighter need to do to win the heart of people? Sometimes, I don't want to use the word racism, but there's that hatred that comes towards African fighter or black fighter. To be honest, Usman on his part it has to do with Usman not representing the US. Let's be honest. They expected Usman to. Somebody came in our comment section and saying, why are black fighters in the US representing African countries? That shows they want African fighters. They feel the US or other Western world gave them opportunity, gave them the platform to grow. So why after growing, all of a sudden, you now know Nigeria. So that's the hatred. Let me forget about the cringe comment. That's number one. Number two, most of those casual fans want to see highlight reel knockout, like yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So I bet you they are going to pay to come and see Kobe's jaw broken 2 times in a round. Usman is a star. Just
Okay.
over the endorsement he's getting now, you can see the endorsement. JD and James King.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
these
yeah.
are coming up for him. Another clothing line
Oh
again.
man, he's
the day that
definitely,
coming, you'll see. The next
definitely
5 months.
in the next coming week, I'm guarantee. Actually, in the next coming month, I guarantee a big partnership is coming. Because that JD partnership was like it was a shocker to me. But although it's not really too much of a big deal, because we realized that it's Jim King's collaboration with them. But anyways, it's still a big deal though.
It's a big deal.
Because for the longest, Usman has been a champion with all the following he has on social media. Regardless, he doesn't really get the love from sponsors. But anyway,
don't be surprised. You may see Monster coming for him, because I saw him dropping the ball during the post interview.
No. I don't think
Monster may come for him.
No.
Surprised.
Listen. Here's the thing. He would never, or any of Ali Abdulaziz's fighters, they would never sign with Monster until that Hans Molencup. I don't know if you know the guy, Hans Molencup, unless he's away.
Controversy about the guy a lot.
Yeah, until maybe the guy is far away from Monster's promotion sponsorship, then maybe they can, because actually Monster's sponsorship for MMA is not really too much of a great deal, but they really get like for a fighter that is getting 10 and 10 or 15 and 15, you understand? A Monster sponsorship goes a long way. You understand?
Go a long way.
So somebody like a champion.
Let's be honest. How many fighters with getting 10 and 10 is winning in Monsters? Monsters always sponsor the big boys. That's
yeah. But they what's her name? Rose was holding the can.
Rose the star. Rose went home over $500,000 or $400,000 after yesterday victory. Rose is a star. She's a champion. She was like 3-time champion before she lost her belt, coming back to get her belt. She defended her belt like 3 times in the past. So
she had 2 fights with Joanna Rosenstein. Joanna, what's her name? Joanna who?
Joanna Jevjicek. Polish name, all those Polish names.
And then she beat Joanna twice. Then she lost to the Brazilian chick. The one that fought Shevchenko. The one she landed her head on the slammed her. Anyways, dude, we're still talking about Kamaru. Kagani, I guess maybe the question you're trying to ask me is like, what type of endorsement did I see? You understand? Who did I see that endorsed Kamaru last night? That was an eye opener for me, and I was excited about. There were a couple. I was waiting for First Take today, ESPN First Take for Stephen A and Max Kellerman, and Max was saying Usman is #1 pound for pound. I love to hear that. I would not argue. Stephen A said John Jones is pound for pound #1, although he came for MMA fans that are calling him unprofessional or whatever, a casual or whatever. But to answer your question, I never really thought about it, but I saw a couple of tweets and endorsement and that I would say got me excited. But I think I'll still stick with the Max Kellerman endorsement.
Okay.
How about
mine
you?
is just one. Like I said, it could be anything, not necessarily tweets. Mine is one got to do with Ben Askren. I saw he posted on the story. For me, I feel Ben Askren is the most happiest person out there. He was talking about karma of a team.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in karma, but wants to fight for that long, shit like this happened. So he just likes to throw shade to Masvidal, and the picture on his story. If you can put that out, on this video, very funny and very epic. Like, I think he can now sleep. The troll coming from Ben Askren now will be I think that it's going to be less now. The focus is going to be on Masvidal now, because this will be talk of the next 2-3 months. That's the fact. Another thing I like about the comment section and people comments is that people are now really talking about Masvidal people are giving props to Usman for his post-fight comments. People were saying, which I was so happy that to see even the casuals, even the Masvidal fans were giving Usman props. That Usman,
very classy.
Instead of trashing Masvidal, I was giving him props that you made me work for this. You made me want to be more better.
But do you think? Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
So do you think that if Usman, if they changed positions and it was Masvidal that knocked out Usman like that, do you think he's going to do all those showmanship that he did on Ben Askren when he was like hitting the ground and then doing all that?
I bet you will do more. That's what the fans were saying, and I'm happy to see even the white, Caucasian, everybody. People are just talking about Usman being humble, and if the case was reversed, Masvidal would troll Usman, would try to shame Usman on that stage. But Usman being the classic guy, I think even there he won heart of people. People like Usman had the chance to trash this guy.
But those fans were still booing.
Yes, the fans there were just crazy.
Florida, I swear those fans, they were trashy, man.
Crazy,
because there were two parts. There were two times that I felt like, come on, this is too much. Like when they were booing Zhang Weili because apparently the China so they were booing her seriously. That was disgusting.